Hey guys, so a couple things. I went shopping today, very excited. I went to Sephora, paid for makeup with my soul, per usual. So there's that, which not surprising. But oh, also horrible experience at MAC. It like literally broke my heart. The lady was like, oh, I'm like cleaning the makeups and stood right in front of all the lipsticks. I'm talking like the MAC near me and the mall I work in, like the lipsticks are all together. So you stand in front of it, I can't get to anything. So I was like, oh, I'll come back at your convenience. Thank you. She's like cleaning them. I'm like, I work in retail. Do your stuff that like is super in the way, like before you open. There's ways. Anyways, it was horrible. And so I went to Sephora instead, which turned out to be very awesome because I bought like two things that I've purchased before, which is our repurchase, as well as one new item, which I don't know, it could be really a bad situation or it could be great. So I'm gonna show you the three things I got today, which are right on the side. I'm gonna keep looking at them. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna show you those three things, and then I'm gonna do like incorporate them into my regular makeup routine. But it's gonna be like full face, like super fast forward, like my just everyday, like basically the face I have now, but with a different lip color, a different mascara, and a different foundation. So yeah, I did a first run of this, and I said I went to Ulta. And I didn't. I went to Sephora, and I was like, should I keep it? And I didn't. So just as a heads up, I have so many face demons. My skin's terrible. I do it to myself. I'm like, let me just sleep with my makeup on every night. This is a great idea. I'm super tired. This is going to go over fantastically. Except it doesn't. It never does. We all know that. We all sleep with our makeup on. And if you don't, good for you. You're way better to yourself than I am. And that's my New Year's resolution, is to take care better of myself. Make myself happy, focus on me, make sure I'm healthy, make sure my skin's healthy. So you guys have to hold me to that. So also, if you have bad skin, I feel you, girl, but you know what? Some people with like really great skin, they have something else that they feel really crappy about because maybe they have like witch toes or hairy feet or ear hair, or they walk strange like the hunchback. Like you never know. Everyone has everything. Let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. We all got something. Mine's my skin. Alright, so the new thing that I got that I'm really excited to try is the Kat Von D foundation. It looks like a Wolverine was trying to open this. So that's kind of a bummer. I love all the Kat Von D stuff. And then my two returning products that, oh, sorry, this is in the lightest shade because I'm the shade of Almost a Dead Body. This is Light 44. See, Wolverine tried to open it. It's cool, whatever. Light 44. I love the little lightning bolts on everything. It just makes me really happy. The life on this, if you guys never knew, the life of your products are in these little jars right here. This number is 18 months. I go through foundation way faster than 18 months. That's crazy. And then my two repurchases, well, this is a different shade. This is the Kat Von D Studded Kiss, and it's in Cathedral, which is basically the color of my nails that I got done today. No big deal. Didn't plan it. Just worked out. And then the Better Than Sex mascara, which is definitely a repurchase. And I like it better than almost everything in the world. So, are you guys ready for this situation and my terrible skin to come out and then put my face back on? Awesome. Alright, guys. I'll see you in a second. Really, really fast, though. Okay, bye. Okay guys, so getting started, obviously I am just so excited to get started and so happy about my face. So I always spray my face with a matte finishing spray, just like really quick. It's refreshing, it starts you off. NYX primer has been really good to me as I'm getting my skin back on track. Kind of helps me out with making sure everything stays in place. Now I use a lot of primer. I think this is something that I honestly probably don't need to use this much, but for me right now it's working and I'm not gonna fight it if it's working. Also, I'm gonna jam out this entire time just in case you guys are wondering. Welcome. So Kat Von D, I told you the lightest shade of the powder foundation. The brush is just a foundation application brush. All my brushes need to be cleaned, but they are not anything professional right now. They're just my personal ones. Yep, foundation on the webcam. I do what I can. So applying this foundation, it was pretty, I thought it was going to be heavier coverage than it actually ended up being. It actually was buildable coverage, but definitely my It Cosmetics has better coverage to it. It might be a little bit healthier for my skin. Who knows? I will research. There will be more information. So now I just kind of apply it all over the face. I have my two little kind of priming items on my face already, getting in all the little nooks and crannies. And this is everyday look, so I wasn't really trying to, you know, make my skin look like I'm about to jump on the runway. It was just evening it out, kind of trying to deal with my face demons like that one. There are some on the other side. You'll notice I eventually do use a little bit of concealer, but not on the ones that are actually still kind of new. I'm not all about trying to further destroy my skin. Here, I was just priming my lips with a little bit of love, a little bit of moisture, so that way my lipstick would fall a little bit, you know, nicer, smoother, more wonderful. This is the NYX concealer, like crayon-y, creamy, whatever. I'm going to list all the products down below. Just making sure that I kind of let my face get a little bit of highlight. It may seem like a lot, but it's so close to my skin tone, this concealer, that it's really not that crazy. So now I'm just blending with a sponge. Blend, 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 all over. Going over this really well. I'm just telling you, that was me trying to explain to you, don't like rub. Push the product onto your face, because if you rub it, you kind of mess up all your powder. You can always put your concealer on before your powder, but I kind of like to do it after. As to why, I'm sure this always changes, so it's going to change again. See, this is where I'm using the concealer. I told you guys, it's so sad, but I'm working on it. We'll get there. I just wanted to conceal those ones because they were kind of older. Now moving on to the brows, jamming out per usual. It is what it is. Dropping things too. Now I'm using two MAC eyeshadows. The bottoms are completely rubbed off, so I'm gonna have to list those down below for you as I'm doing the voiceover. I ain't got time to read stuff and figure it out because there's a lot of research. So with my eyebrows, like, if it's just like every day, I don't get really weird with it. I just kind of outline my eyebrow overall. I do have, like, if I'm going on a date or if I have some sort of special event or whatever it may be, I do have a better brow routine. This is just like, I'm rushing, I need to get a brow on, I need to do a face. Because I was excited to do a video and I was like, I gotta slap on my brows. I always think this stage of makeup is hilarious because, like, everyone's eyebrows are, like, so bold on their face. So bold. It's okay. Bold eyebrows are great. I've never overplucked my eyebrows, or I don't think I've ever, I think I've waxed my eyebrows one time, and I think I went in my car and I cried because they were, like, normal, well, quote-unquote normal girl eyebrows, but you know what? I think I have great eyebrows, if I do say so myself. Feel pretty confident about them. Big eyebrows are great. They're all over, everywhere, fashion. And if you have thin eyebrows, by all means, whatever, girl. Do your thing. It is what it is. Also, when I was reviewing this, I was like, my eyeballs are, like, very light. It's very terrifying. So just, like, letting my eyebrows, apparently, like, my eyebrows needed to dry there. Who knows? Still jamming, per usual. That's just the warming powder from Bare Minerals. I think there's only one shade of it, and then it's just the looser of the two brushes from, like, the original brushes they ever released. I kind of, like, use it as a contour brush. I have a better contour brush, but it's actually, like, so dirty. I'm not even using it. This one I'm just going ahead and kind of feeling out where my cheekbones kind of dip in. You'll see that I will then drag it up into my hairline and a little bit onto my forehead. This is contouring and highlighting is going to be different for every single person. I'm sure I can make more videos on how to contour different face shapes if people will let me use their face, we'll say. So Blend, 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 blend. Once again, still jamming. Pretty sure like Beyonce was playing. I'm not sure. I think it was Beyonce Pandora. Do you blame me? So that's Tarte's like finishing, I think it's like clay powder. I don't know. It's not my absolute favorite, but it does the job and I have a ton of it and I need to use it up. Luckily, I got only the little guy. You know those like little products in Ulta and like Sephora and the little containers and you buy everything and you're like, I didn't even need this, but it's so small and I love it and it's amazing. Yeah, that's why I got that. So I think if you guys have any suggestions of what kind of finishing powder I should get next, like for sure let me know. Yeah, definitely Beyonce. Those hand movements, who else would it have been? So what am I doing next? Here we go. Oh, Wicked Dreams. This is like a $14.99 palette that NYX released and I really like it. I used it obviously as it's all, every color is pretty much dipped into. Adjusting the light, it is what it is. So pale. So now I'm just going in and I'm just like packing on like a base color that's extremely close to my actual natural skin tone, which is great. Yeah, guys, pack it on, don't rub it. Which is good because it's just gonna like even out your overall lid. Because if you're like me, like you can see just like freakish colors coming through your eyelid. Hopefully y'all don't have that issue, but I do. So this is just a really nice way of just like giving yourself a base. I actually like didn't use, and I always use, I think just because I was making the video, I kind of forgot, an eyeshadow primer. I like always prime everything. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but clearly I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, there it is. The brushes that I'm using are from MAC, and don't be fooled, guys. Like I just got these. I was using Sigma brushes and like Sonia Kashuk brushes and things that like weren't as fancy before, but I'm really liking this. The three brushes I have from MAC. I've used them in the past and I wasn't 100% crazy about them. So now I'm just kind of giving myself a crease color, which I was using a mirror, but I was also kind of using the webcam because life is so very tricky. I wanted to make sure I still looked cute, but I was also doing an application because so there are going to be some times where you see I am struggling a little bit to actually like know the shape of my eyeball. But the trick to like good eyeshadow, guys, is literally just blending, like picking a good set of colors and blending and blending and blending and blending and blending, like windshield wiper, just over and over and over again, having a good blending brush and just blending it in there. You can use a couple different, sorry guys, I got a stuffy nose, but you can use a bunch of different brushes to use in your crease, but I really like this one because it's really soft. And now I'm just going back and kind of reinforcing the light color, because when you are blending you do lose a lot of the separation of color and the definition of color, so you want to make sure that you go in and you repack your lighter color to have that definition between the two shadows. Technically it's about to be 3 shadows in just a moment. I'm going to move on to a more, the first shade was like a plummy kind of purple color, then the second color I'm going to blend with is kind of more of a neutral brown with a little bit of shimmer in it. And I don't even understand what I'm saying there, but I loved it. And it is what it is. So now that's me telling you blend. It's all about blending. It is what it is. So just blend, 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 and you'll see it just kind of gets like really smooth, and it is what it is. It's really fast. Even though we're doing this in double time, it is kind of a little bit of a longer process, so be prepared for that. Give yourself time if you want to do a full makeup look. Obviously, you don't want to rush it, especially if you're going to do the cat eye. Now, guys, this is like really important to me. I do a cat eye every single day of my stinking life. Just get all the fallout from your eyeshadow out as well. So with cat eyes, like one thing you're going to notice, and I'm so glad that I messed it up in the video, is it's so, cat eyes are hard. Even if you're a professional, even if you've been doing makeup for a million, trillion, gajillion years, like I do them pretty quickly because I do it every single day. And it was funny because earlier today I nailed my cat eye. It was like 100% perfection, and then I wiped all my makeup off to do the video, and then I nailed one cat eye, and then the other cat eye I really struggle with. You guys will see. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I love this part of makeup too, because when you have all your dusting shadows on your eyelashes and they get caught in your eyebrows and your face is all powdery and crazy looking, it's like Queen Elizabeth. Like, I don't know, you look like Victorian creepy lady. So now you can see that I'm already like, the struggle has already begun. And I'm so glad you guys get to see this because my cat eyes are usually pretty on point, especially if you know me in real life. They're usually pretty solid. So it is good to see that even someone that does it every single day is going to mess it up. Look at that thing. It's basically like a giant spider on my face. One amazing cat eye, one not so much. So basically what I have there is the ELF, like you get it from Target, the eyes, lips, face little makeup eraser pen, and I'm obsessed with it because you could literally take like a giant like smash of eyeliner and just glue it on your face and then like form a cat eye via erasing. It's literally like a pencil eraser. I really live by it. And now I'm just kind of like evening out my cat eyes. But as you can see, guys, the struggle is so real. Oh, I'm a cat, apparently. Cat eye equals cat. But see, I'm like, oh gosh. But I don't get frustrated. I kind of just keep going because you're going to make mistakes, guys. It's just the way that it is. And if people didn't make mistakes, we wouldn't learn. We wouldn't figure out better ways to do it. Now, this mascara is one of the new products. It's the Better Than Sex mascara. And I really love it. I think I still had a little bit of remnants of my other mascara from taking my old makeup off. Remnants left over on my actual lashes, which isn't, 100% awesome for applying another mascara, but it does make a huge difference. They do end up looking like false lashes. They are kind of spidery. That's the way the mascara is. You get a little bit of plumping and it's a bold like lash. If you have fully clean lashes and you're applying it properly, you're not being, a weirdo like myself per usual, it ends up being a super false lash appearance, and it's really nice. It really makes your eyes pop no matter what color they are, and it's a true black, which I really enjoy, and the wand is huge, so if you're sloppy, you're gonna hate the wand because it's really big. Cha-cha-cha. Bra strap falls. Can we talk about that first world problems? Bra straps falling all day. So I'm still not happy with the cat eye. As you can see, I'm just like, no girl, that's just not gonna work for me right now. So I'm just going in with that little eraser pen, and you know what, it doesn't end up perfect, but unless you're like an inch away from my face, you don't know any better. But it is better. Getting there. Let me tell you guys. Oh god, the struggle is so real. Every time I watch that back, I just cringe at myself. But how many times a day do you mess up your makeup? Don't stress it. Just sing Beyonce and move on. But I love this. Seriously, guys, you need to get this little pen. Oh, and all my makeup is in that like stage of powder exploded and got all over the brushes and all over the containers. Once again, don't stress it. So just going back in and blending again with your, just don't put anything new on the brush. You just take the remnants, both pertaining to eyebrows and as well as the eyeshadow. Just take what's on your brush. You don't want to like start reapplying because then you're going to get too much buildup of that product. I don't know what I'm wiggling. Oh, time to make your lips disappear. So now when it comes to lips, you really want to, I try and make my lips as concealed and powdered and matte as possible, especially if I'm using a matte lipstick. The Kat Von D Studded Kiss line is of a matte finish. It's beautiful. I think the new one I got is Cathedral. But I also have, oh my goodness, I can't remember what the other one I have is, but I also love it. It's a really similar shade. Whatever one's the closest to Cathedral. Oh, my product knowledge is so bad. So just showing you guys the shade. It was so beautiful coming out of the tube, and as you can see, you saw a little piece of it, but all the Kat Von D Studded Kiss collection has the Kat Von D emblem kind of pushed into it, which I think is a really cute touch, and it makes a big difference to me personally. Maybe not to you, but I think it's really cute. So I usually, when I try a new lipstick, I actually don't, like if I'm truly trying to get the experience, I don't use a lip liner, and I just have giganto lips in general, so I usually just try and follow the natural shape of my lips. If I overline my lips, it looks like I have some serious plumping action going on, which isn't always the look I'm going for. If you got giganto lips and you got work done, good for you, girl, rock it out. But for me, I just didn't want it to be too overwhelming. To have giant cartoon eyes and a giant cartoon mouth is just like not what I'm going for. I also try and keep everything monochromatic, because guess what? When you have half and half hair, like in tattoos and a nose piercing, like you gotta have balance. So what I did there too is I just kind of like pulled my lip up and flat against my teeth to make sure that the bottom line is, you know, organic and matches your lips. And then this is just a setting spray because we're done. We're done. How fun was that? Really, really easy, guys. I feel really confident when I do this look. It's basically my everyday look for work, for fun, whatever. I have a little more intense of a brow game sometimes, but thanks for hanging out, guys. Make sure you subscribe and don't judge the struggle.